Indlovukazi that represents GK USA. Thokozile. Indlovukazi menzi naye lapha. Nayi indlovukazi uSindi. Indlovukazi uNkanyezi. Abanyezi bayamazinge ugogo uNkanyezi. We are lecturer naye, on her page. But umuntu ojoine movement uthemekezwa engale was decide ukuthi she offered how can I help. So abantu, it doesn't matter where you are, this is a struggle for a black person. So wherever you are, with whatever contribution you can make, it is always welcome. Now we have a presence in the US because of Indlovukazi. Thokozile. Indlovukazi. Siphakathi kwesikaBush noTrump. Sizoba iphele endleleni. So siyabonga kakhulu. Sibonge nenkosana uMzesilo. Ihubo leli lakhe. Siyabonga nkosana. Sibonge noKhehla ke ipoetry yakhe. Siyabonga nje ukuthi wonke umuntu kumele aveze italent lakhe. Ungahlali netalent lakho. If you are able ukuthi, because he platform there for you to give full expression to the energy that you embody. So ungathi mawune talent bese ke because sidinga italent lawo wonke umuntu. We are not interested in certificates and degrees and whatever. We believe in this innate ability, in all of us. Ukuthi sizalwe na something. That is what we are here to actually reactivate within ourselves so that we are independent. You can be in Japan, you can be anywhere, but as long as wazi ukuthi umoya wakho uyaphila, because umoya wakho maungaphili, this is where you make your heart heavier, because you're not giving a full expression to what your spirit requires of you. So siyabonga kakhulu, siyabonga ngathi abanye abantu can come forward umuzo ofarisha ikills zabo. It doesn't matter ukuthi singakanani sincane kanjani, but movement needs all the skills from all black people all over the world so that nathi sibumbe kabusha. Now bengicela nje ukunika Indlovukazi ibulise ithule nje kancane nje umsebenzi abawenzayo manje. Thokoza
thina umsebenzi esiwenzayo ukuthi sifundise ama-African American nge-history yabo, sibafundise, sibaxhumanise nala ekhaya. Abaningi babo badukile, balahlekile kakhulu, and banale nhlungu phakathi yokuthi abazazi ukuthi ngoba abaningi abakwazi ukuthi amadlozi wabo, amadlozi asekhaya akuphi. So sibone ikhalenda le i-perfect nje ukuthi sibaxhumanise nemimoya le ehola amadlozi wabo asekhaya. Bengaxhumana nale mimoya, what we're calling the principles, it then allows them to access amadlozi asekhaya. And in the end, amadlozi asekhaya for bona soze abe ebalulekile kanjalo, because now they have a link to hold nemimoya ehola ilizwe lonke. So umsebenzi thina esiwuqhubayo just trying to bring black unity, ngoba ngempela singenayo leyo unity asiyindawo. We are the most people on this planet, and yet and still siyahlupheka kangaka. Everywhere kunomuntu omnyama kunenhlupheko. kudalwa yile ukuthi asibumbanani. So asikhona ukuthi sisizane. African Americans need reparations for slavery. They've been crying about this for decades and decades. So ziyenzeke lento masingabasizi la ya. So kubalekile ukuthi siyakhe ubudlelwano. They get to know people on the continent. People on the continent try to understand their struggles as
Thokozini. Abazanga nje belambatha. They brought some products. Now we have a toothpaste. Engenayo ifluoride. We have a couple of products sinele luzangazi noma intolwane niyayazi. Intolwane is very good for the skin. We have intolwane soap. Sine shea butter, cream ayenzi. Also, water filter. Remember ukuthi laba shaya it's in the poison that they put in the water. So Indlovukazi have developed a system that is called water filter. Ngifaka nje lapho ekumpini. Inama granules la that purifies the water before because so that's the added value besides nje ukuthi sibe ne presence all over the world, and because it is a common struggle for all of us as African people. As the topic says, out of order, out of chaos. Currently we are in a very chaotic state as a collective as well as the individuals. So besifuna nje ukuthi sichaze the process eyenzakalayo nje naturally in nature. Remember ukuthi thina we are constituted by atoms. These atoms intelligently group together to form your body, and these atoms are very, very alive, and intelligent. So therefore these atoms go through a process. I would say Guti, it is a natural rhythm, in our universe. Chaos, order. Order, chaos. Chaos, order. This is what we need to understand, Guti. This is what happens at a macro level, at that etheric and causal plane that we all exist in. So, kungasimangazi ukuthi there are periods of chaos, like ever since we lost the power as African people, we have been in that period of chaos. But now Africans are reorganizing themselves. Not Africans, I would say Guti, we go to that elemental level. The atoms are reorganizing themselves in us. That is what we then call consciousness. Oh no, I'm now woke. I'm now conscious. It is the atoms that are rearranging and organizing themselves. So it's something that happens above, which is then replicated here on earth. So in black unity, whether you like it or not, is it's going to happen because we are at a chaotic state currently. But umoya, we can see all of us, and we can see the emergence of consciousness amongst African people. It's no longer a taboo for a staunch, African Christian to lend an ear. Some of us nathi suka lapho besonta isonto leyiphire umasango yonke le nonsense. You understand? But now ultimately we have found the order. And where do we find the order? Ekhaya. Because ekhaya, what we deal with, we are dealing with the universe and nature. Meaning ukuthi siyayiphilisa this expression yokokobetu that says, as above, so is below, right? So the atoms above are reorganizing. Yingakho uzothola ukuthi la emhlabeni kwenzakala lezinto uthola ukuthi kuthiwa ukuthwasa it's a fashion, asi fashion. Yinto vele kumele yenzakale because it has happened le phezulu. Remember ukuthi the causal plane uphezulu. Tina, we are the effect. We are the effect of atoms that have organized themselves into a body. Okay. Hey, angithi out of remember ukuthi the original state when we talk about nepecha, when they say oh koko nepecha ukhulukhulwana, this energy that engulfs everything, they say ukuthi it was chaotic there. Unless until Ra atum Ra emerges from that chaotic state as it organized into ilanga lele silibona. So this is how life happens. You know, even our body, everything. Remember ukuthi everything in a vibrational frequency yayo that is unique. That's why even your fingerprint, it will never be the same. Meaning ukuthi singaba mnyama sonke, but wonke umuntu carries a unique vibrational frequency which has created your body. Umdali umvelinqangi nonomkhubulwana would never give you more energy than what you need. Meaning ukuthi uzela kwaziwa indlela yakho, it's predestined ukuthi this one is here for this and this and this purpose. So therefore the universe will give you enough for you to be able to fulfill that duty. So ungakhaleli omunye umuntu when they have lesser or more of energy or organization of these atoms, because asifani. You know, fana noma sithwaseli into eyodwa. The confusion, you know, it comes right there where you think ukuthi nonke nithwasele ukulapha. That's why you end up lawyering each other. Because you now become jealous. Why mina ngithwase kanjani? You look at your neighbor, iline yabantu isuka le khona. That is not your journey. Do you understand? Your journey ukuthi ume nje khoneni ushaye iflute. Ushaye iflute at a certain frequency. That's your duty. You do that, anybody that passes there gets hit. So we don't realize that. We all think ukuthi hayi ngiyuthwasela ukuthi vele ngilaphe. Mina ngithwaselanga ukulapha. Idlozi lathi melehla lathi liyinkosi lizolungisa ubukhosi base-Afrika. That's why I knew right uzwake even before, because what had happened ukuthi nangithola ke mina the call ukuthi hey ndoda kumele uyothwasa. I had already been studying all these ancient texts. Seqale nabo Blondi nabo Maheno bani uLatoya. We started what is called Imhotep Foundation. Why? Because we then discovered then ukuthi the greatest scientist that ever lived was an African person, Imhotep. So therefore we wanted to honor him by starting Imhotep Foundation. Now we're studying all these ancient texts. One of the morning I wake up with a dream. My mother is showing me all the books that I've read. All of them, he says, you see here, everything is perfect. Into a short time, is scoop. Foolish me, because I was still in the corporate sector. I didn't tell you blooding it because maybe you know blood. we are supposed to start a band, you know. I left the corporate, finance, ukuyoguqa, ngayoguqa. Kula bangigoba khona. Because ephehlweni isifundo esikhulu in the initiation process is to lower your ego. That's the main thing. Any other thing, this thing they make you sweep and that's it. It's part of a process. Ukuthi wena, how obedient are you to Lomoya? Because you can never utwase ukuthi ego ile phezulu. Never. Nothing happens when your ego ile. You need to lower your ego so that your umoya ukhuphuke. Once that happens, magic happens. So Mina, that's the greatest lesson besides meat and everything, engifunde ephehlweni ukuthi you need to be humble. You need to humble yourself. And that is humbleness, and as well as respect. That is a universal master key of life. If you want to proceed with life, experiencing magic, that is what you need to do. So it's very important to understand njengoba inkosana ishilo, we are in that state as African people, but we are on the rise. We are rising. Consciousness here too is rising. All we have to do now, singahlehlela emuva, let's not retreat. Sifake more petrol. Umlilo mawusha siushise more. Hey, yakhumbula last year sathi sibuya eLimpopo. Saphahlela ukuthi le ndlu yaseParliament ayishe. Yasha. Manje bafuna ukuyivusa futhi. Mele siphinde njengoba we need to repeat exactly the same process. Sibabige. Ukuthi they are trying to revive that house. It has to burn. Because it's a house that's not supposed to be standing right now. Because it represents evilness and nothing else. That is why we're going to even confusion in the country. There's chaos. And they will never find peace. As long as they continue to betray their own ancestors, they will never find peace. They will keep on betraying each other until they admit and submit to umoya. Ukuthi istering la umoya. Not the ego. Not the ego, istering umoya. Look at how umoya works. Umoya ukwenzisa stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes. Even a child would say, but what had happened to you? How do you go and hide the billions of rands in the mattress? An intelligent, a supposedly intelligent person who has enough resources to store and stash whatever kuma safe. Angabeka ma safe 5,000. Umoya umlahlisile. Wayenza ukuthi ayenze nje the mistake. Look at the mistake yenze. It has cost his president, he's gone. Usa resist manje, it's okay. Kepa is written on the wall. Yeah. We are fired. Umoya. Bonke kuyoba kanje. Until they all submit to umoya ukuthi cha thina we belong to this branch. And this branch is controlled by umoya and nothing else. Until that time happens, it's just that yiti who are going to suffer in the process. Yingakho kumele sithole indlela ukuthi how to sikhama kanjani squeeze. Do you understand? So that siphahlele ngempela ukuthi ngapha kithi le unity kumele realize ngempela, we have to realize this black unity. That's why next year, September, the Black Unity Concert, Lion Stadium, is very important. Because we need to demonstrate this, unity. And actually demonstrate, the attributes of a unified conglomerate of atoms. Because now we understand life at that level. We live, intelligently. So, unless and until we demonstrate this unity, nobody will listen to us. Why? Because already they have set up divisions for us. They have determined they get happy when there are more political parties in our country. Oh no, democracy is flourishing. Nonsense, democracy. Because there was no wisdom in 94. Wonke la Makesha, when they decided to go at it alone. But Makwet, what I philosophy ANC angzwana. Utata wathi hayi PSC angzwana. Enkatha angzwani nayo. Hayi no, sonke sizozimela. Who benefited out of that? Umlungu. Because if Lamaketha had the wisdom, just the wisdom to say, you cannot give birth to something that is disjointed already. How do you give birth in 94 to something ikanda lile, inyawo lile, umlenze ule? How do you do that? Because there was no wisdom there. They were supposed to unite. Because we all suffered the same. Whether we Nkatha, we PAC, Uyini, we're all the same. So what was the wisdom for them to go at it alone? It was just to affect us. For their own benefit. Because they are the people who benefited more than us. Because Tina Kube, it became worse. It was as if Amapuna still there. Why? Because, they decided to manage a process that was not supposed to be alive. Young Republic of South Africa was supposed to die in 1994. But it didn't die. Benzani amakhesethu bayifakela more petrol ukuthi iqhubeke. What does that say about our leaders? It means ukuthi they were defeated already. They were defeated already. Okay, so I understand again ukuthi nathi were still confused because they say that you guys voted for us to be in parliament. You said it's okay. Yes, we did that out of ignorance. We're never given a choice to say, here's a tried and tested governing system of the continent. Here is what came with the colonizer. Then we make a conscious, a choice. And an informed choice. Yeah, like Olendo's J.J. Tabat. He once invited me, and that was the first and the last interview I ever had with JJ. Because JJ, I tell him exactly what I'm saying now about the mistakes our forefathers did. He then comes with exactly the same thing, which I know. But you can't be saying that because you guys voted. Nithi else votile song, and nithi song we're freedom drunk. We're freedom drunk, all of us. There was no time for introspection to say, what are these old men bringing to us? Is it really worth it? We never had that time. Free. Sikula lapha. Sikhululekile. These are our leaders who have liberated us. Inkinga, it came when you see who declared Amenotad. Who declared now being a deputy. Katata. And another thing you see, i-national anthem yethu changes. Siyaquestiona but it's just for a transition. After the transition, izobuyela back. Nanamhla usacula idistem. Uyayithanda noma ayithandi, you will sing it. Mina ngeke angicompromise. Mayifika lapho ngiyathula tu. Because it doesn't represent lento engiyiyo. How can I be singing in this stem, the very same anthem that stole my land, that oppressed me, that subjugated me? How can I be singing that nonsense? Hey, it's unfair for a movement and leadership to be forcing us. They forced us to adopt this Western construct in the first place. And I don't know whether I spoke about this last week. Ngithe, on the continent, there is no liberation movement that has in its DNA its destruction of a Western system. All over the continent, all of them wanted a seat on the table. It means had already babona amafuta. Hey, ambelungu badlabotha bathi nathi sifuna lela thambo liqhuqhudayo ndoda. That's exactly abonyerare bonke. You look at the history yabo. Yiko sithi thina izenzo zakho, they tell us more about you. Your thinking. Uguti, how many thousand words you telling us? Your actions. Yebo. Because there was no reason for them to be gunning for a seat when they were supposed to be courageous and destroy the system right from the start. Hey, when the enemy is down, finish the enemy. I know when I would no. Ubiza ambulance, you are assisting something that is going to bite you forever. Even today, we are still feeling those bites. So as Passion matter. Indlovukazi kumele zisilide emphashweni. Yizo kumele ziphahle kakhulu. Ngoba yibo who are connected to lo moya kaNomkhubulwane. We need umphahlo so that, remember ukuthi, when you are still colonized like an, mengikhuluma ngomphahlo uthi hayi mambo jambo. Umkhulu uyariska sitshela ngomphahlo. Kanti they are ignorant, they don't know the power of that. Yiwo kumphahlo lo ozobabhayizisa. Yazi ubhayizisa into encane. Umoya mase udila nawe. Umoya manje is busy with you. Uzothi uloyi ungaloyanga. So manje, I love it. Why? Because our battlefield, we have chosen the battlefield. We are not going to their battlefield, where they are stronger, they have guns, they have bombs and everything. We are inviting them to ours. Sithi hoze moyeni. This thing we call dangerous. It's very dangerous. So it's good they don't understand that. So it gives us, ample time and ample space for us ukuthi sihlanganise lento kalula. Do you understand? Because thina siyazi ukuthi into that is said is important. Remember, even yourself, it is your spirit that has created this fleshy nook. Your spirit, not the other way around. You are not your body. You are the spirit that lives and dwells within you. Therefore, the most important thing, it is this spirit, this soul that dwells within you. So never think ukuthi physicality has any strength. It has no strength. Would I be able to lift my hand without the spirit? I will never be able to even walk without the spirit, because I need that energy to animate me to do all those things. So we are twisted. We labor for this flesh. Humble Kogisa into a 2 million suit. There are people like that. I need you to away, man. He goes and buys a 2 million suit by knitting a gold. You are dressing this physical body. What about your spirit, man? Your spirit is dying. Sibona ngezenzo zakho zobubhari. Because ububhari lobo ukuthi wena uzothatha 2 million yothenga isuit. There's no cleverness there. Hey, bathi la elokishini uyibhari nenyuku yakho. And sibona ngezenzo zakho. Uyibhari uyibillionaire kepha sikubona ucolorful. My heaven, they are colorful. How? No. How can you make a billionaire want to be loud? A billionaire faka makapa jengam. Mina ni billionaire moya. Bakbulale, they kill you. They don't give you a sense of coordinating. You know, you can't coordinate easy. But if they're red in a pink, oh, God! Una billion that time. But you have no sense of coordination. Do you understand? So all those things are not important. What is important, yilo moya wako ngaphakathi. Futhi thina sesinenhlanhla through i-calendar. We make sure ukuthi on a daily basis, umoya wami I give full expression. Because if I don't do that, I'm making my heart heavier. The day I futhi yazi ngivukele liphu. Ngiphupha vele ngathi. Ngiphupha ne. Ekseni mengivuka. Kunale gama renewal. Yini ngathi sengizovala. That is being renewed. But there are so many things and so many aspects in billions of women. Yingako akumelanga sikusaba. Ukufa, you must never be scared of ukufa. Akukho ukufa. It's just renewal. Hey, futhi mangibulale ngesihlobo. Ngibuya ngespeed ngiyinyosi. Ngiyatinyela la enhlanyeni ngangivuke ndoda. That's how we create the order out of chaos. You know, even at an individual level, you know, remember your thoughts are very chaotic. They're very chaotic. You can't. You know, the aspirants, spiritual aspirants, they make sure, Guti, for them to be able to ascend, they need to shut down the senses. They train themselves to shut down the senses because that's the only way for you to be able to experience umvelingangi Ramasedi nonomkhubulwana nwedi. You experience those cosmic bodies in silence. I am singing. Emsindweni njengoba sinomsindo siyabhadla. We are sending those emotions that are inspired by vibration yesigubhu. I-vibration yesigubhu isixhumanisa with the vibration of earth. That is why we are able ukuthi, you know, noma sisele la sokungesena abantu sishaya isigubhu, siqhubeka ngomkhuleko ngoba umphahlo osemqoka lo. Mongabona abantu la after wonke umuntu nje uba kweyakhe nje. Ubona nje ngokugida kwabo. Lo ufa fast. Wambela ngiyiphethe fast. Umuntu nje hayi baba kancane. That is pure umphatho, because you have no inhibitions. You have brought down the wall that separates your physicality from your spirituality. You are one with your spirit. You don't care who's around you. You are free to express what you feel. Like Michelle Ngoma lethi. Yakongotinja intutwa yiyo lembembe esakenayo yakokotinja This is how our ancestors and the cosmic bodies hear us through our emotions. Science of this song. Intutwali yayiginqa indlovu. Intutwali ingaka But in shine of hey, so now we are in that process of eating the leg of an elephant. It's almost, yabona. And the ukubola kwayo is going to fall. It's going to fall njenge-buffalo. Uyabona iwa kanjani i-buffalo iwa kabuhlungu. So it's going to fall now. Kuwe i-buffalo kulandela indlovu. Indlovu is the system. Indlovu has to fall for us to be normal again. And the day indlovu if iwa sonke siyoshisa lama townships and demand the proper stands and go and occupy umhlaba wethu where we live a normal life again. Not a life of confinement. Ngicabanga kanjani? Izola sikhona ukulala. Ngokushaya get down the whole night. Ngapha nangapha. Mawungasum music next door. Ukhuluma. Uzama ukulala ndoda. This can never be normal. And we can never make it normal. This is abnormal. This is how they have imprisoned our souls and our minds by putting us in these boxes. These are boxes, man. Kaslam. Sesikhala nama brand Lockshin Touch. But I'm happy, I see a brighter future. One thing I know for sure, in the end, Sizobusa, we are going to rule this continent according to our tribes. Pasatana Sabonga Bo Stephen Kosef. We invested in about Rupert, in our heads off. Let me show him. Basatana Savit, but controller labor said. Bas controller a matom. Yapa labor is over now. And the balloon is a suitcase. The day left of Iwa. Bebalega la bantu neskepe sabu Jesus. They better buy tickets now. Because we cannot mingle with the Israel who sold us unconsciously, knowing what they are destroying an African person for their own selfish benefit. Asinandaba nabo. Bangastana sela la ngamaBentley amaFerrari intwana ezine-16 drive iFerrari. Uyayithola le nto. Mawuzwa ukuthi le ntwana inamathenda nje ayi-100. And amathenda khona, the worst part of it, bamnikeza i-R100 ukuthi hey man awulungisa istrati lapha. Awushaye 95 rand. Bese kufuna umuntu athola umuntu wala elokishini to do the work with the 5 rand. That is why everything here it is substandard. Our potholes in our places never are okay. Every 3 months it is done again. Finished. And if they know, they give us substandard results. So that we keep calling on them. In the meantime, who gets affected? It's us. You have to drive through Lama potholes all the time because of the selfishness of an individual who wants to keep building the city. The corruption. Ile pezu. Manje me ile pezu. inzima. Because they are witnessing corruption at the top. And the maybe Bakela, those that are at the top, the ones at the bottom can't be, disciplined, because he'll say, you are disciplining me. I have your file here. There's 5 billion that just disappeared. And you want to report me with only 200 million. We get affected in all that confusion. And this is what happens. Worst footing on a tender system. Don't even think you'll get anything. By the time the tender comes out, there's a network already. Uyaziwa ukuthi no, the portion yakulona. The portion yakulona. And kunama kickbacks kuyo yonke lento leyenzakalayo. So we cannot continue with this a democratic system. Republic of South Africa. It's a democratic, but democratic centralism. Bese beyikhumusha lo butsotsi babo. Abodaki futhi. Bakutshele nge-democratic centralism yini leyo nto leyo. Akayi-understand nayo lento ekhuluma ngayo. Uyayibiza because uzwe abo-Karl Marx iibhari zase-Russia zikhotha lento leyo. Singenaphi thina eRussia? Uzosikhotela uKarl Marx. Uye kukhotha uMatiwane. uMatiwane wathi nalokho emabhunwini amabhunu awenza kanje. Uzomkhotela uKarl Marx. Who's Karl Marx like him? Karl Marx ingane man kimi. Bonke labantu bepolitiki, this is what they used to debate. Abo Karl Marx nabo bani? Incwadi zabo ze-communism. Abo Lenin. Abanye are still proud you're communist in an African country. I'm a proud communist. What's that? Huh? Because all systems were created by us. Tina, we are social by nature. Both mawufubuya le elentuza evenda ufuna ukuyohlala ngapha eNatal. Besikumeda sonke ngugaya imbuzo omunye agaya lokho omunye agaya lokho so that you be sorted. Huh? There was no greenness ukuthi le parile. So lokho sicela ukuthi izoshanyela ingadi la. So that at the end of the day umnikeza ushukela. He does the same thing umnikeza itswayi. There was no ego to control other people. But there was a motivation to see harmony in my environment. Nobody should be crying of hunger in my presence. Ubuntu lobo. Une 100 rand uyayibona entwana la ihluphekile. You can't even take out 20 rand ukuthi hayi hamba uthenga isinkwa. We have been changed completely. Remember during this fake Christmas year that they are going to be celebrating now, something that has no correlation with the Southern Hemisphere. It has no correlation at all because we are in summer. Ufather Christmas wabo uright ugqoke ijazi. Uyambona nyachuluka. Imagine ijazi. Ufake ijazi elibomvu la. Namaphuthi lona. Isn't that foolishness? Bese ke sithatha ingane zethu ziyohlala. Pedophilia eqala kanjani? Yaqala njani? Ikhehla ingaziwa liyogonana neingane zakho. Awumazi lo muntu umqondo wakho kuwo. Uyamukisa nawe ingane yakho yokulo muntu lo. Sickness. So inkinga isikuyo. What I was trying to say ukuthi the way sinobuntu ngakhona during those days thina mesikhulu. Oh mama, they understand no baba la. Bo kuvulwa amagate. Ubuye from Lezo la ungena lutho on that day. uzongena each and every house uyophuma udakiwe ndoda. By the end uyogcina le. We are finished. La ungena khona uthola ukudla bakuthelela something. Mawuthi nawe insipho yonke yawathi. Sendingile. By the time you reach the end of that street, uyalala vele. You can't do anything. Hey, so bengisakhuluma the other day. Some of these things, especially mawuhlangana nabantu, sometimes mina I'm being interviewed by people who are staunch Christians. And I feel their spirit when I'm talking. Ukuthi kune resistance. There's enclosure. Ukuthi hey, don't penetrate me. With all this evilness yakho, bathi evilness. Lo mkhulu lo ukhuluma evilness nje njalo. Usitshela ngezinto esingazazi abo asayi. Yini yonke le? Into yamaluminati. So ngiyabafila ke mina. Bese ngifaka more petrol. Retreat ufuna umfila ukuthi ne Christian la ngekhaya. Yabona namhlanje. Noma ungavala uyangizwa. Uzoyenza introspection when you are alone. Ebusuku. Uthi hey God. You know, they come to irreality of the truth to say, hey, my spirit was agreeing with him, man. It's just my head. My head says, no, I belong this side. But my spirit was agreeing with him. Because this is what the content HEK speaks to. We don't target your head is messed up. We talk to your heart. Hey, because your heart agrees. One expression nje ha. Bese umuntu uvusa amalenduza ama-defense fences. Hey, ama-defense system ayanyuka same time. Athi ngiyamuzwa lo muntu. Kepha manje ngiyothini? Ngiyothini ebadleli nje mengathi hayi angisayingeni le. That's the difficulty because some of us are from communities. Imagine, ubaba wala, ukhule vela awumfundisi. Uhlangana nekhemisi. Uyacheka uthi nene. Cognitive dissonance rises and say, Nyakuzwa ndoto ngepha. Ngisusa isinkwa emlonyeni. Hey, that is what happened. Abanye abantu abaningi bayasizwa ukuthi sithini. But now, how do they go back to the congregation and say, hey, yes, song. We're lost. We're lost. This route that we are following is wrong. How many people have the nerve to say that? Huh? It's very difficult because you think, okay, fine. Tithing is never going to come. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my car. My kids are going to go out of school because I've taken them to those expensive schools through the money of the tithing. Every month I get so much. Then you finally finish. No, Jesus, I'll die with you. There's no other option at that stage. So, Tina, we welcome. There are those people who are wise enough to realize that Christianity has no future on the continent. Why? Because the continent's people are rising. Therefore, they are demanding their own things. They have realized that they are parents of humanity, not children. Once you realize and agree, and just being one with that truth, you will never be a slave. Once you know that you are a parent of a Chinese, a parent of a white person, a parent of an Indian person, a parent of all of them. So therefore, they can't tell me anything. I've got to teach them. Utola bantu, you cower in front of white people. Kuzungeni ngamle wala. Yabona singaki? I know, abantu automatically. Sikhuluma isilungu. How? There's only one white person here. Why must we speak? He or she must learn our language. But we are going to offer. That's how messed up we are, like Makai. It says, futhi umlungu mengakhuluma isiZulu. Oh! Umlungu is a hero. Huh? So we need to get out of all this, chaotic state of, being, angazi inferiority complex. Yeah, we need to clean that. To know what mina, nginkosikazi. Huh? I'm the first royalty in the world. All royals in the world are fake because they haven't been blessed by me as the original royal. Who's royal of Spain, royal of Britain? Not that, I'm a fake, all these things. If they wanted to bukhosi, kumele bazoguqa kithi la. Sibagobe thina. Then isibanikeza lelo lungelo lokuba amakhosana. Ngoba inkosi yodwa yase-Afrika kuphela. Elesobona ngani? Ngezenzo zayo. Ukuthi lo muntu uphethe iAfrika la emahlomba. Do you understand? Hayi lento le umuntu ayimeje, hey. Phela mina I'm the best leader. Asibiza ama-qualities akhe thina singawazi. We are telling us about things that we don't see. You doing them. Oh no, because I'm from Wits. Then from Wits I went to London. Then from London I went to Canada. Then from Canada I went to whatever, Japan. It means you've been eating poison throughout your life. You will never hear them well, Mesebe prayer. How do you know, Mina? I'm from the University of Yoruba University in Nigeria. I'm from, the University of Ghana. I'm from the University of Mali. I'm from... No, because those institutions are low. As Nabelungu, they don't have white people. I must stand that are associated with whiteness. And what they learn in those white institutions, who taught it? So most of us are messed up like Makanda. We need to get out of that mess. So that we realize, Uguti, no white institution will give you the truth about yourself. There's no institution in South Africa that teaches what we are teaching here. I went to UNISA trying to conscientize. Hey, I'm afraid. These people are in control. The UNISA, Botai, my professor, all of them. Bafundile. Nyababuza one day, what are you prophesizing about? If you don't know, Shikhanta Diop, you don't know Babu Credo, you don't know Ivan van Sertima, Ambufuna money change. You can't be a professor. You are ignorant of African philosophy. Huh? We are going to You can't. That is the top of African science. By showing some with a beautiful name, space travel. Then you agree. When I say I want to teach you how to fly without the aeroplane, why? Because you don't believe in another black person. And unfortunately, that is the science esivusayo thina. We are going around the country sifuna bathakathi. We are on that campaign. And sifuna ugada, sifuna ubatshela manga. Once yahlangana lento, nizobona ngabo. One by one. Bashaywa into eyodwa waziwe. Umoya ufikile. Umoya ufikile manje. And kumele kube njalo because remember abo lendoza. The kings are before. This is the ammunition they possessed. Amakhosi before kings used to fight over isangoma nenyanga. They go and kill that king for them to get those people. That is how, actually, there was no kingdom which was not strengthened by Inyanga Nesangoma. Inkosi was greater because of these two people, because of his science, the knowledge that they possessed. Huh? Uyazi ukuthi mengishisa bayibizana ibaso eliso ngidirect nje lo moya wakho with my spirit ngiyalishisa le baso bese ngiyakuthumela lo moya hayi awubavashele ngiyakwazi uzozwa ngabe kuseni ukuthi hayi ubekhona ungwazi hey isango elibanzi. Amangwane vele bewaziwa ngokuthakathi. Asukuthakathi sayenza. Amangwane bewaziwa vele. Iqiniso. Inkosi Matiwane be strong ngalo. Balwe nje nozwide. It's because of such things. Balwe nje nobhungane. So that is why kumele senze inhlambululo. As African people, because we have violated so much before in the past. Sibulelene kakhulu. There's no royal house that is clean of having, murdered one or the other king. So we cannot continue like that. Why? Because the spears of those kings and queens are still facing upwards. That is why we are killing each other like this. We need to go and report to ancestors who died. Now the atoms are reorganizing and uniting again. We are requesting them to lay down their, contours. Let them face down. Because now, I see physically, man. Sizoya physically, that's when we are going to go physical. But in the most of the time, sisebenzisa umoya to fight this war. Into abangayazi. Siyabangena. Sesiphathulile by 5. So kuzoshiwa. So, if nombuzo whatever, the topic it's very important because it makes things easy for us. Ungaloku stress. When you are in that cycle, chaos. Admit, accept. I'm in a chaotic state. I was still going, to go at an individual about the thoughts. My thoughts are very chaotic. How you then bring order to my thoughts? By implementing. You get a thought. Don't just stay with that thought. Implement it. Like a house. Where does it start? It starts here. It starts here. You see a clear picture of this house standing already. Then you go and put it in a paper in the architect. Oh, so ends my calculation. Then the builder comes and builds it. That is order from chaos, from your thoughts. But Wabamba, one of the thoughts was 8, 9. Why 7 and your thoughts then says I cover. Hey, appreciating the beauty. Order from chaos, from those chaotic thoughts, something good and orderly has been birthed. So let us not let our thoughts run amok. Bakhona abantu vele abahlanyiswa information. Why? Because aba-implement it. Bayithola i-message bese ke bayayigola. Implement. Doesn't matter ka uqala kancane kanjani. As long as you are in motion. Idlozi likunceda kanjalo umoya umveli nqangi, that is how they assist you. They can never assist you when you are just stationary, without any movement. Where you want assistance, start. This is a project that I want. This is what Umoya wants from me. Do it. Ungalindi ukuthi ulinde imali even if it's just drawing or putting it on paper. Umoya assists you. The universe conspires with you. Bese umoya ukulethela everybody that you need for you to be able to complete. Why? Because you are in motion. You are moving. You can't stay. Then bese uzoblema ubaba wase next door. Hayi lo baba uphehla amanzi amnyama. Vele ngiyajumpa njalo mengidlula lapha estradeni amanzi. We are not acting now. You want to now take that and blame other people for your inaction. How you auntie? Auntie vele kade ngizonda. I know. Even my mother told me. My aunt hates me. When you then look at that person, what are they doing? Uvuke ekuseni nje, uthamela ilanga, ucheka amajita, bayabloma, uyabuya, uyadla, uyalala. Phela. Then you can then apportion that to somebody else. For you to be able to experience magic, I'm not talking in harbor, I'm talking about things that we experience on a daily basis. Do something, move. Move with whatever you want to do. Hey, ungefuthi ungalentuza uphahlele nje ukuthi ufuna ukuba slave of somebody. I want to go and work. Into ephahlelayo wena leyo. Oh man, never. We need to move out of that. Hey, I need to move to a position ukuthi my passion is my source of income. And my passion inginikeza 200,000 a month. Life yami umthandazo umkhuleko is like a prayer. Because every time I'm giving full expression to the soul that dwells within me. Every time it's saying, I don't move without listening to Moyuti. I can have an appointment now. Kepumoya Mautaya Punda. Kwatela utini angilapo. Because umoya uyala. Kanti when I'm supposed to meet you, how ubona izinto nje zenzakala ngivuka nami I'm on high spirit ekuseni. Umoya uyavuma ukuthi ngiyokubona. And mina before I go to any meeting, ngiyayihlola i-meeting. Ngihlola nendlela ukuthi la ngiyojika khona kune roadblock na. Umoya mawuthi ngithi ngijika right. And the mengibuza havele bebegcwele la. So that's how we need to live. Umamele umoya wakho ukuthi uthini. That's why it's important for us to labor for our own talents. Because when we labor for that, you are then free. You can never be a slave of anybody. Why? Because you don't need anybody for your existence. Umkhulu khona, yes, you are motivated, but mina ngiyilento. I'm able to live outside of umkhulu. I contribute to the broader movement. But umkhulu never colonized my mind and said, hey, for me, ukuthi ngivula talent lakho ndoda, mele uze la kimi. Uzothwasa nje 2 months. And in that 2 months, uplanela, I want to make you a slave. Mele fulfill all these things that I'm supposed to do. By the end of that 2 months, we are fired. By the end of it, awutholanga names because I haven't been able to give you what you need. Okokuqala, I don't know how to activate it for you. So we must be very careful about these people. Uthi mina ngiyisango ngi-intermediary. You go to him or her through me. Ingozi baleka. Fana labantu laba ozokutshela ukuthi hayi no mina nguJehuthi, hayi uJehuthi akaza. He never claimed. Umuntu athi no mina hayi ngilanga, mina I'm the sun, or mina I'm the moon. Run away from that. Because they're trying to colonize your mind. How can you equate yourself to the moon or the sun? You are sick like Hannah. How do you do that? How do you even think? Umoya wenyanga manipulates or manifests through you. But hayi ukuthi wena uyile yonto. Uyiyo at a elemental level, but you can't then claim ukuthi umuntu must then come to you for them to experience the energy of the moon. That is sickness. Ubab Credo said, never said, experience the energy of the sun through me. He never said that. So whoever claims that, run away. Even nami ngelinye ilanga bese ngishayeke kahle. Ngizwa ngikhuluma kanjalo nazi ukuthi sekufuneka iSterfontein. Mele simbophe izandla nenyawo siyomfaka le enhlanyeni. So what I'm trying to say with my case, we all have the godliness within us. All we have to do, nurture it. Lendo sithi talent, it is your God self. Ifuna nje self-expression. Remember ukuthi we are all the attributes of umvelingangi, the sun. Right? Why? Because the sun wants to experience itself. So therefore, uma uphila according to your talent, you are then living at that vibrational frequency, which creates resonance continuously. What is above and what is below, there's balance. Once there's balance and harmony, there's magic. Umbuzo noma siqhubekeni ngesigubhu makhe. If there's no comment or whatever, siqhubekeni ngesigubhu. Yeru, yeru, yeru. Asa. Yeru.